everyone, it's your favorite Square girl, Favor Joanne. I stumbled into this particular word and I decided to search out the meanings and all of that about it. And after doing that, I became a little uncomfortable with it. I realized that it's like we've been joking, like it's like something has been hiding at the back of this particular word, humble. A lot of times people say, I'm a humble person. People, applaud people for being humble and all of that. But I just sat down to realize that from the definition of that word, of course, my best dictionary is Oxford Dictionary, and I also checked from the 10th edition, which I have, and I saw the meaning. The meaning said, they feel that they are less important than the others. And I'm asking myself, what is inferiority complex? What is inferiority complex? You do not think you are as important as others. Then what exactly it is? Is it? What exactly is it? I'm gonna give my own definition of being a humble person, because I feel that very definition is rooted in inferiority complex. This is my opinion. I feel it's rooted in inferiority complex. And I also think that people are not humble in the actual sense. They're not humble in the actual sense. They are just being there because they feel less of themselves and they want to act up in order to belong. They are not actually being that humble person. I know I also searched out for different meanings, and I saw a particular meaning that was okay for me. That meaning said that it is someone who is not arrogant and but more of self-assertive and all of that. I think I feel I feel a bit comfortable with that particular definition. You are not a humble person if you give up your standards just to be in a place, to belong to a place and all of that. You are not a humble person if where you are is uncomfortable and you are still standing there like a tree or seated there like a tree. You are not a humble person if where you are not being respected, but you go all the way out to respect people who are in that circle or community. You are not a humble person. You actually feel inferior about yourself. You have inferiority complex. You feel inferior about yourself. You don't think you are enough. And you think that living there is even going to worsen the case for you. That's why you're there. It's not that you're humble. And I think as Africans, I feel that people liken people to be humble when they see that they are actually, taking what should not be taken from you. I'm not saying that there are not people who are truly humble in the positive aspect, and not the aspect of being humble is you thinking that you are not as important as others. Everyone is important. I feel comfortable with the word respect than the definition of being humble. Respect people, honor people. I feel more comfortable with honoring people, someone who honors people, than someone who is humble. Someone who honors people can work his or her way out to becoming a person of honor as well. But a humble person who thinks he or she is not as important as others, you're going to live in inferiority complex, and which is not a good thing for any human. The moment you start feeling inferior about yourself, afraid of what the outcomes of your decisions are going to be. So this is my definition of a humble person. Well, I wrote it and I'm gonna read it out to you. A humble person is a person who is not arrogant while maintaining their principles, their standards, their values, identities, roots. They manage their environment with wisdom and exception, and they stand out when their values and systems are threatened without being self-assertive. Like, they respect what they believe. You can't tell me you're a humble person and then you are in a place where this community of people, they are abusers, and you are just there being a humble person. Let me even liken this to friendship. Like, you are in a circle of friends, you have a circle of friends that do not honor people, and you are there. So you can be answering, oh, this one is I don't know the big people's name that I'm going to use now, because there are a lot of big people in the world and I respect and honor them. So you want to be in this circle because you want to answer a friend to these people, and then your values are being thrown upon, your systems are being, destroyed, your identity, your values, your roots, the place you're coming from, the systems you built over the years while you were a teenager, while you were an adult, and within a space of time, a very few period of time, you want to mess it up because you want to belong and be tagged as humble. I feel you should get sense. I prefer to be to respect people. I prefer to honor people. I don't like the word humble because it's not giving me the actual vibe, except for the one that said it is being modest, it is being it's not being arrogant. Yes, do not be arrogant. I do not protest for arrogance. I do not by being arrogant. No. And these same people who pretend to be humble are so arrogant. See, I think humble people are just obedient people, and you don't just need to be obedient, because when you obey, obedience ends in people's presence. It ends in people's presence, and even if you should continue, it continues with people's present, like what you are going to gain. But someone who honors a person is going to honor the person in or absence of that person, and I think that should be what you should be. Instead of being a humble person who give up their standards, their values, their systems, their principles for other people to feel, oh, this one is good to go. Be a person who honors people. I think this is just the best. I think it's even abusive when people say this person is humble. I think this is my opinion. Respectfully speaking, it's my opinion. I prefer it when people actually use the word humble to honor. I feel it should be honor. I think it should be honor instead of being humble. Because how do you think that people are more important than yourself? No, it does not make sense. People are important. People are important, and there are people that are in place of honor. Then you should honor them. But thinking that you are less important, I put it to you that it's inferiority complex, and you don't need to be there. You do not need to feel inferior about yourself for whatsoever reason. If you are on this table, please break the table, burn it, start honoring people. When you honor people, you'll be able to honor yourself. Yes, when you honor people, you would be able to honor yourself. And when you are honoring people because you should honor people, not just because they deserve it, but because you should honor people, because you're a responsible person, because you've chosen to be responsible, because it is what you should do. It should be part of your system to honor people. Do not just be humble. Being humble is more like being obedient, and obedience ends in the presence of people. In the absence of people. When they are no longer there, you do not obey them. And even if you should do, it comes with a presence. But when you honor people, it is in or out of their presence. Thank you so much for watching. You can drop your view, your opinion on the comment section while we look at what you have to say and learn from it if we need to. Thank you so much for watching. If you've not subscribed or followed, what are you waiting for? Follow, subscribe, share, and please always watch. Thank you so much, and do have a nice time. Bye.